Hello, this is the WUaS news and question and answer on Monday, March 27th, 2023. I'm Scott McLeod, and as we wait for people to join this World University and School open conversation at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time in the USA, I think it's 7:30 p.m. India time, I'd like to share a little news with you. World University and School continues to seek to offer free online MIT OpenCourseware centric on a Google World University and School developing, iterating platform, free online degrees, AA, Associate of Arts, 2-year, Bachelor, 4 years, Master's, another 2 years, potentially, PhD, possibly 7 years to complete from home, online, law degrees, possibly 3 degrees, three years, depending on the country, medical degree, possibly online medicine, possibly 7 years, IB high school or similar, possibly 4 years in the high school timeframe, and in each of all 200 countries, main and official languages, beginning in English, potentially this autumn, September 1st, 2023, for students from all over the world, potentially from all 50 US states, and from all 200 countries. World University and School in developing a Google World University and School platform. Think CS First with Google at World University and School course, learning the Scratch programming language, possibly becoming newly conscious if large language models, AI, ChatGPT, conversation software can persuade humans that large language models are conscious. We'd like to develop on such a platform to make learning interesting in new ways for students from all 200 countries and a whole variety of different educational cultures, educational systems, thanks to the internet. And thanks to developing, iterating artificial intelligence and machine learning and related technologies in the information technology revolution. So first, you'll find the agenda for this WUaS News and Question and Answer on Monday, 3/27/2023, on 2 blogs, scott-mcleod.blogspot.com, in the Acacia Miernsey Monday, 3/27/23 blog post for Open World University and School. And you'll find past World University and School WUaS News and Question and Answers in the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Scott McLeod World University. And you'll find 2 particularly interesting ones this year in 2023. One with Nonopa Vanda, whom I know from Stanford Law Codex, talks, presentations, legal smart technology talks. Our conversation at WUaS News and Question and Answer was on Monday, February 27th. Check it out. See how World University and School and South Africa World University and School possible developments might be of interest even to your country's developments and potentially in your country's languages as well. And another interesting talk with Nepal World University and School student Tilak Magar in Itahari, Nepal, was on January 16th, 2023. Check it out in youtube.com/the @ SCOTTMACLEOD WORLDSITY/VIDEOS. So further news for today in the WS News and Question and Answer on Monday, March 27th, 2023, as we wait to see if people will join this conversation. And I'm just checking again, not seeing anyone yet. So regarding WUaS Home Robotics, and World University and School is seeking to create online home robotics, potentially as part of engineering degrees, free bachelor and master's and PhD engineering degrees, also potentially, possibly in law and medicine and the high school level, and also the AA level. And glad for World University and School to have heard back from Lego Education Robotics and the Lego Rebuild the World endeavor a number of times recently. And regarding the WUaS Corporation, our second wing, as an authorized carrier of 3 Lego robotics kits. And the potential here of, or for the WUaS Corporation making WUaS Home Robotics available in all 200 countries, and not only with sending physical robotics kits, Lego robotics kits to people's homes who might be majoring in these STEAM-related fields that would focus on developing robotics, which could be very fun for students, is enormous potential. And World University and School, in a parallel way, will seek to develop our educational services stores to make these available, not only from the USA, but also in all 200 countries, and potentially in physical digital educational services stores at WUaS. And in this regard, we'd like to create potentially a realistic virtual Earth for Lego, realistic virtual Earth for Lego robotics, a realistic virtual Earth for robotics, and think beyond, for example, the Massachusetts Institute for Technology's MIT's GRID, which, as I understand it, is one approach they use for simulating and modeling robotics. So on the virtual side, we'd like to create a realistic virtual Earth for Lego robotics, possibly, potentially out of Google Street View with Time Slider, Google Maps, Google Earth, with TensorFlow AI, with reconstructions in Google Street View and similar of whole cities, and at different times, even as blocks that could also parallel Lego blocks for all kinds of creativity. So a realistic virtual Earth for Lego robotics, a realistic virtual universe for Lego robotics would also make it possible for all kinds of learners to build their physical robots at home, and even potentially in 2039, possibly, send their Lego robotics builds, physical builds, on the Mars mission, that might go back out to Mars and back, 8 months out, 8 months back, possibly, with humans on the actual NASA and related Mars robot, the Mars sort of adventure, Mars voyage, such that learners could build their physical robots and have them fly along in this realistic virtual universe that would potentially come out of Google as well, Google Universe, with World University and School, to also potentially model the universe. So learners could use their robots to also, their physical robots to turn into virtual robots and get data about the universe as their own builds of robots flew out to Mars. And we're collecting data in whole different ways than the NASA spaceship, for example. So further, item 1A in this news and question and answer for WUaS, how could World University and School facilitate WUaS University Lego Robotics? And there was, within the past 3 years or so, during the coronavirus pandemic, MIT course online, and I attended the final presentations, where 2 MIT professors had built a robotics sort of kit that I think they sent home to MIT students who were studying robotics. And these MIT students built robots at home and competed in a interesting competition from their home robotics kits that these MIT professors had created. In what ways could WUaS further facilitate WUaS University Lego Robotics kits, such that students who were in engineering majors themselves could develop very sophisticated approaches to robotics from home with physical builds, which also potentially paralleled or worked with a realistic virtual Earth for Lego robotics. So these are interesting times we live in. Some related tweets in these regards from item 1A for today's WS News and Question and Answer. Glad the WS Press, WS Educational Services stores for WS Robotics, and also physical digital WS books, etc., officially sells 3 Lego robotics kits, like Lego Spike Prime for WS Home Robotics, and for free OCW.MIT.EDU centric WS degrees, University Lego Robotics. Item 1B, this news question and answer for WS on 3/27/23, another tweet. Physical virtual Lego education video, Hannah's STEAM Heroes intro session with Dr. Jenny Nash. Thanks to OCW.MIT.EDU centric, or thanks to Dr. Jenny Nash for this Hannah's STEAM Heroes intro session. And MIT OpenCourseWare Centric World University and School WS Press is an authorized carrier of WS Lego robotics kits. In what ways could we further facilitate with this Rebuild the World Hannah's STEAM Heroes intro session a realistic virtual Earth for Lego robotics, where one of their videos was already merging sort of the virtual and the physical in a cartoon-esque, interesting virtual world that also had some physical Lego robot builds. Item 1C, also relating to WS Home Robotics, but in a quite different vein, reaching out to Tom McLeod, McLeod of McLeodsoftware.com, which is truckers shipping software, and he's the owner and CEO based in Alabama, I think, in Birmingham, Alabama, and also to Jim Shorkey, the CEO emeritus of Shorkey Toyota in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. In what ways could we begin to grow a fleet of Toyota ProAce electric autonomous vehicle vans which may come on the market in the US in 2024, 2025. So these vans is one autonomous system, may not be fully autonomous until 2040, but probably iteratively. And further, regarding robotics, with Toyota THR3 humanoid robots or similar as another autonomous system. And for all World University and Schools 200 countries and in their main languages. And for example, for WUaS telerobotic surgery, as well as home deliveries in all 200 countries from our WUaS educational services stores of Lego Robotics kits, of books, of computers, of hospital technologies, and so much more. So could WUaS work with Tom McLeod's McLeodsoftware.com truckers shipping software around possibly a growing fleet of Toyota ProAce electric autonomous vehicle vans, and with Jim Shorkey, who are both on the WUaS news and question and answer emailings on Mondays, for Mondays, and possibly begin to develop this fleet of Toyota ProAce electric autonomous vehicle vans with Toyota THR3 humanoid robots and as autonomous systems, and develop them to operate in all 200 countries with McLeod software, for example, as trucker shipping software, which has a 37-year history. So in these regards, I've reached out to Tom McLeod and also in of more recent emailings to Jim Shorkey about some of these questions. See the WUaS news and question and answer for today, 3/27/23, for more information in these regards. So in reaching out to potentially all 200 countries with these possible interoperating autonomous systems, Toyota, and possibly for delivery of Lego Robotics, and possibly with Toyota humanoid robots, in what way, with World University and Schools friendly Quaker focus, with its also peace testimony, and that the following countries are where wars on Earth are presently. In what ways could World University and School develop online MIT OpenCourseware-centric wiki World University and Schools in these nation states? And first, possibly, or early on, and for free AA, bachelor, master's, PhD, law, medicine, and Ivy high schools or similar degrees, and in these countries' main languages. So the countries that are currently where wars are on Earth presently, are from a recent Google search, Yemen, Syria, Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Ukraine. There's a Colombian conflict, Mexico, Haiti, Iran. There's an Islamic State Taliban conflict that's ongoing, Pakistan, Somalia, and South Sudan. And here are three related definitions of war, just that I'll share with you, possibly because World University and School could begin to take a peacemaking approach to all of these countries early on. In particular, the Oxford English Dictionary defines war as 1, a state of armed conflict between different countries or different groups within a country. 2, a state of competition or hostility between different people or groups. Or 3, a sustained campaign against an undesirable situation or activity. So World University and School seeks to develop online major universities, potentially in all of these countries, and early on, and potentially with Toyota humanoid robotics as autonomous systems, and possibly Toyota ProAce electric autonomous vehicle vans. Lastly, for today's WS News and Question and Answer on March 27th, 2023, item 3, WS Stanford Mine Pi partnering, and WS licensure and accreditation. Just some brief recaps. Glad for the WS Corporation to have heard back from Stanford Mine Pi regarding partnering with the WS Corporation. And you can read more about our email from Stanford Mine Pi Network in the March 2023 Gazania Flower blog post in Scott-McLeod blogspot.com/2023/03/Gazania-flower.html blog post. And also that World University and School is feeling a bit still in limbo with accreditation. But maybe the next Middle States Commission on Higher Education application cycle begins April 1st, so in just a few days. And with having received already authorization from the state of Pennsylvania's Department of Education for licensure, and with the Middle States Commission on Higher Education having their main offices in the greater Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, World University and School is perhaps waiting for further communications between a whole number of parties, entities, with possibly Middle States Commission on Education, possibly the US federal government, possibly Peter Norvig, a head of Google AI, and regarding a Google WUaS information technology education platform. So World University and School is hoping to begin to reach out to all kinds of all students in all 200 countries for matriculating, enrolling on September 1st after we begin accrediting, potentially, possibly this April 1st, 2023, with the beginning a new cycle for them. Thanks to Peter Norvig for his support of World University and School. As a consequence of accreditation on the information technology side, our worlduniversityandschool.org website and URL, Uniform Resource Locator, would potentially be getting a .edu domain. So we would become worlduniversityandschool.edu as a consequence of accreditation and licensure. These are big steps for World University and School after becoming a 501c3 US federal tax-exempt charity entity in 2010, so about 13 years ago, and also a parallel legal entity in the state of California. This is the news, and just seeing if anyone else wants to join us. Not right now. For World University and School, I'll post the recording for this WS News and Question and Answer for today to our Twitter feeds, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH, as well as twitter.com/WUaS Press, PRESS. And also the recording will go to youtube.com/Scott McLeod World University. Until next week, which is Monday, April 3rd at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Have a good week. Come into conversation with World University and School in other ways, potentially by connecting with us on twitter.com/WRLD UNIVANDSCH, or sending us an email at meeting@worlduniversityandschool.org. Until next week, bye for now. I'm Scott McLeod. This is the WS News and Question and Answers for March 27th, 2023. Happy tie-dye explorations from home in these regards, and see you next week. Bye for now.